Hello, hi everyone. Thank you very much for coming today to talk about this amazing subject, AI, especially and particularly how AI can help businesses, small to medium businesses, to implement in for operational efficiencies and with sales and lead generation and other operational efficiencies, and also all the challenges we are small to medium business owners potentially facing. Is everybody hearing okay, by the way? I'm audible? Okay, cool. So first of all, thank you very much for, it's an honor to sharing the panel with so many great people and also with you as well who came today. I want to introduce everyone just to give some background. So next to me is Chris Burgess and then next to Mariami. Apologies.
Yeah, correctly. You pronounced correctly. Maria, nice to meet you all.
And we have Steve Hilton, and we also have Vivek Vuaker. I hope I pronounced it right. So one of the first questions we're going to be discussing with my partners is how AI reshaping the SME industry, small to medium businesses, what kind of operational efficiencies we can do, and also what challenges we are facing as small to medium business owners. So I'm going to be pass it to Steve, Chris Burgess. I'm going to pass it to him and he's going to have his take on this.
Hi, Chris Burgess. I've worked in technology for about 30 years now and AI for about 25 years, quite a while. And I know that this seminar is about embracing AI, and absolutely we should try and embrace technologies where possible. But I see a lot of people talking about AI, lots of talks. It seems to be the key buzz trend thing at the moment. So I'd like to start with a sort of a risk or a challenge that not to be chasing those trends. I'm not saying don't come to the talk, but my take on this is very much come back to business basics, yeah? Let's look at a way that you can save time. Let's look at something that takes you a couple of hours and can use AI to actually do that more efficiently. And so the challenge is don't chase a trend. And for me, something that's worth doing is trying to find an ROI. Look for something that saves you time and try and fix that with AI and chase an ROI rather than a trend. So that'd be my take on it.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Chris. Mariami, do you want to take you?
Yeah, thank you for the comments. That was very useful, by the way. So the point is that you mentioned correctly. It's about saving time. And there were several people coming to me today, like asking me, how do you treat AI personally? I was thinking, well, I would say it's not possible to kind of, to implement the AI system, which can really can be as a human. I mean, for example, you have let's say you have CFO in the company. So with implementing AI, that doesn't mean that you need to fire your CFO. Absolutely not. So AI is like the tool that can help you to save time, that can help you to handle some manual tasks faster, and that's it. So the point is that what logic you are putting then on the behind, because if we're comparing like the AI brain and human's brain, so there is very big difference, very big difference. And nowadays we do not have this kind of technology that can be, I would say, as smarter as human's brain. So I think it's better for all of us to understand that this topic is very interesting, like to understand that AI won't come to kind of impacts our jobs in the companies, etc. It won't. They will be just shifting, and that's it. I think this is how we need to treat AI. So, do you want to continue?
Yeah, just to top on that, what you were saying about it not taking everyone's jobs, I completely agree because, sorry about that, with all of the experience we've had. So with the experience we've had, we've been looking at having a few events, and we had a
Hello.
okay. So Okay. So yeah, we've had events where we've had I suppose this similar kind of event to this, where we've had a discussion about whether AI will take people's jobs, and we did it in 2019. And of the room, there was about 2% who thought that was going to happen. AI was going to take over, and it was the end of the world. So we did it again this year, obviously, because it's very topical, and it's exactly the same. Still, just 2% think AI is going to go and take over the world. So that general consensus isn't that AI is, going to have a negative impact. Everyone seems to think that we can use it for the positives, and I completely agree that with some of the conversations I've been having on the stand today, people coming to me saying, "Oh, we thought it could do all the coding for us," and I said, "Well, yeah, it might do that, but it will start deleting random things in your code." So that's the level it's at the moment. Not to say it won't get better, but it's a gradual thing, is it, for AI that, I think the other people have been saying, you need to implement things gradually and not just expect AI to be turned on and start working really well.
Hi. Hi, I'm Viv, Chief. Hi, sorry about that. I'm Viv, Chief Technology Officer at ShiftOps. I work with companies who are looking for AI automation solutions based on a problem. A lot of AI startups are beginning over the last year or so. A lot of them don't always have experience in how businesses work. So we deal with finding out what the actual problems are before we implement solutions. You can't just shove a solution into a problem that may or may not exist. So start logically with the problem. Look at the sort of problems you might have. Look at the simplest things that could potentially be improved using automation and AI. Something as simple as moving data from an email into a spreadsheet, that can be automated very easily. There's problems with certain types of information, confidentiality, security, we'll come on to that. But when you think about artificial intelligence, I think today one of the big problems is there's a lot of noise around what can be done. Every day you hear new news about a new AI system, problems with the data going on the internet. All these things affect how a business works and how it runs. So if you're considering using AI in your work, start with the problem. In my eye, that's where you should begin. If you know what the problem is, coming to a solution is far, far easier. It may involve AI, it might not. Not every problem needs AI to be solved. So look at the options you've got, base it on the problem that you start with. Don't start with the end of the line. Start at the beginning. Logically, that's how we work. And we deal with companies who've got lots of different types of problems across different sectors. A lot of the problems are convergent. One business might have a similar problem to a different one, but we always start with finding out what the problem is. And that involves auditing. So that's what we do.
Other things regarding AI. So I pass it to Chris.
Can I just ask a question as well? Just raise your hands. You're a small business here. Can I just? Okay. And out of all of you, show of hands, who here has an AI policy? An AI policy. Okay, interesting. So when we talk about safety, does anyone have a policy for GDPR? Yeah, you should definitely have one of those. And I would say you definitely need an AI policy as well. In terms of risks around dealing with your customers, dealing with data, you need to have some form of AI policy. If you're using one of the public models, ChatGPT or whatever else, and you put information about your customers on there, you need to be aware of where that information is going and whether or not it's training the model. So definitely around sort of safety and things like that. I still deal with my customers in the same way, right? As I said, everyone gets a bit doolally about AI. They're all jumping, AI, AI. Let's focus on the business basics of what you do with your customers. I will use it if I'm writing a long email and I want to check the context of the email. It's very useful for me to say, how is this email good enough for this person and this is the information? And I make sure that I prompt it correctly. So I'm definitely using it to save myself time, and I'm looking at how I can enhance value for my customer, definitely, but always from a kind of a business basics. Email came out. I'm old enough to know when email got really popular, and I didn't go crazy about email. It's a way of communicating from A to B. And I continue to send letters for a set point before that become really unfashionable. And it's the same thing with AI. I'll use it if it saves me time or enhances value, great. I have an AI policy, make sure you can get one, and you can get AI to write you one. So I'm thinking around that. And I'm conscious of not removing the human authenticity because I'm using an AI. Yeah, I think that's also very important.
Absolutely, Chris. Thank you. Mariam?
Yes, thank you much. So I just want to continue this topic concerning the AI policy. I think we are not really far from having this AI policies as obligatory part, being honest. That's the first point. The second point, I was also thinking that I would say with the AI era, it's even, I would say, better time for companies who are doing cybersecurity and data security things, because it's all about when we're talking about business. Yes, it's all about data. It's all about how we treat the data, how we actually what we're doing with that. And this is like I would say the most impactful part when we're talking about AI. And so basically the point is that, as I mentioned previously, AI should be it should actually like come as part of the automation side, part of automation, the manual work, and that's it. So concerning like analysis of data, etc., I think the best way to manage that is still like using the I would say old school strategy rather than using AI. So yes, thank you. Oh, you're back.
That's completely relevant. Cybersecurity is a big issue for some of these AI policies, and completely agree with what other people have been saying, because on the way down, I was listening to radio, BBC Radio, and they were talking about this Russian hacker who was explaining he just loved getting the money. He was getting all these cars from the money he was getting from ransomware, and it was just like he didn't care. Because in Russia, he was making himself successful, but all it takes over here is just one of your members of staff to make a mistake, and then he's in. Look at Jaguar Land Rover. They're still not, back to normal. It's still taking time. M&S, so you've really got to be on your guard with cybersecurity now. It really is just so critical, and that AI policy will help with that security.
Can I just ask, anyone here works in healthcare? NHS work, private clinics, dentistry? Anyone? I've worked in the NHS for 30 plus years, and there's a lot of red tape involving what we can do and what we can't do. That's there for a reason, to protect the public. Same thing with AI. If you use AI without any control or knowledge of exactly what it's doing, potentially it can cause yourself a problem as well as your clients. So there's a need for education and training to help employers and companies understand where they fit in with the work of an AI system. Is there a need for the AI to be used in the first place? Not every business needs AI for every single process. If you don't need it, don't use it. There's no one forcing a company to make use of it. But if it's there to help you and potentially can save you time and money, you also need to look at the risks it poses. That may well include data security, may well involve the moving patient information onto the internet accidentally. You don't want to be training future AI systems with your data. There's ways around that. You can have LLM AI systems that you have in your own networks that aren't sending data onto the internet. And that's one possible solution to overcome what's going on now. But ultimately, it depends what your problem is. I've gone back to the problem, because if your problem doesn't need AI, don't use it. You've got to look at what your problem is and start at the beginning. If you're working in the likes of clinics and healthcare, you're thinking about a voice bot, maybe to answer calls for appointments in your dentist's clinic. Is it secure? Is it GDPR compliant? If you're going to have a voice bot answer calls on your behalf the patients may be using to make appointments, is their data then going to end up on the internet? Do you actually know what's happening? If you don't, there's a need for education and training to overcome that problem.
Which use this
Yeah, so thank you. I couldn't agree more with everything what was said by my panel partners. So AI is a great tool, but you need to know how to use it, and also some of the example. For example, why would you prospect manually people on LinkedIn or searching for database when AI can do this for you, and many other things. But you need to make sure that it is safe. You have an AI policy, self-hosted if possible, or even more secure, so you don't share your client data with anybody else. And also you have the explicit approval from your clients on how to use AI if you use it for your clients. If you use it for yourself, and obviously it's your decision how you want to use it. Now, the third thing is, the third question today is, what the future holds for us to humans work with AI. So how we can complement each other and how we can empower each other, how we can use AI in the right way so they empower us rather than looking at them, they're going to take my job, so I don't bother. So how humanity can work with AI for the future? What opportunities with this? Chris?
Oh, well, I mean, I want a robot to serve me drinks in my house, actually. That would be really fun. Someone to do the ironing, the washing, things like that would be really useful. That, you know, I don't have to pay, and it does whatever I say. Is that a bit megalomaniac? I think, yeah, you need to have the human authenticity with AI, so how we work together. If it saves time, as I say, we're all, as businesses, trying to do something fairly basic. Let's say we're trying to grow our profits, right? We're trying to get EBITDA up. We're trying to grow our business. We want to do more marketing, or we want to speak to more customers, or if we're doing something that's admin, we want to automate that task and make it more efficient. Brilliant. AI will be able to do that for us. I mean, Peter's got a very cool system on a survey that does your market reach out for you, does your LinkedIn or answer the phone. That's brilliant. That's really useful. What's the point? Well, as I say, I want to speak to more customers. The tool can do it. And also, I think that's really interesting with AI is, unlike anything else that's happened with technology, the shift of technology in the last God knows how many years, is that you can say to ChatGPT, I'd like to do this. I'd like to increase my profit or do it with more people, or, you know, do more marketing, better marketing. And it will give you an answer and say, you should do this. It's brilliant. It's brilliant to be able to do that. So as humans, I'm going to get drinks served to me at home. That's brilliant. And we should all become more efficient and achieve our business goals. The question really comes down to, once you understand what you're trying to achieve from business, what tools do you want to use? And it might be something for an email tool that can do your LinkedIn. It might be something else for, you know, a CRM of some kind. And if we can do that in the right way and we get away from the kind of the hype and the trend and the craziness associated with AI, I think that as humans, we'll all do very well with it.
Thank you, Chris. Absolutely. Mariam?
So, being honest, I hope that there will be a lot of brilliant minds that will come up with great solutions for our personal life, and all the like tasks like dishwashing and all of this will be automated, because that's, I mean, I am laughing and smiling when I'm talking about that, but this is the serious thing, because basically, you know, we will have really more times for spending with our family, for really do the things that we really want to do, not because we have to, but yeah, because we want to. So this is from the personal perspective thing. But if we're talking about the company, yeah, so it's again the same. It's about so it's a tool that will help us again to save time, and again to put our energy more on what we're doing. For example, you're a founder, you're doing, I don't know, let it be again, you're making dishwashing machines and you're finding that fantastic. So you as a founder, you will be more focused on what you're doing, and you will be more, I would say, you will have more time to actually get these emotions from what you're doing. So you will have this, I would say, brilliant founder path, and that's it. and you won't need to really think very deep about, I don't know, finance, about invoicing, about operations, etc., because they will be AI assistants that can help you with that. Actually, that can help your employees with that, and that's it. So you will be more focused on what you're doing. So there will be more space for creativity if we're talking about business life.
I personally think we're on the cusp of a smart glasses revolution because I've got some Meta Quest, smart glasses, and they're amazing. I really love them because the cool thing is, at the moment, you can just hook them up to your phone, come out, take pictures in real. I could have come to the event, took some pictures, do videos. So they're just great. If you're an events kind of person like I am, you just love going to events. It's just great. You just take pictures wherever you are, and then it's like pictures, name badges. If you can get that, and all you do is press the button of glasses, record a video, just hold it down. So I'm definitely expecting those to become more popular in the next 5 years. Like I'd expect in 5 years' time we all be back here all wearing our own smart glasses. That's prediction from me, definitely.
I think ultimately it boils down to technology making life easier for people. If it's not going to help people make improvements to their lives, make things easier, what's the point of having a change in AI? It's ultimately down to the individual. I don't know if any of you are fans of Star Trek. Yeah, you know about James Kirk talking to the computer? That's been available for several years. I think in future, over the next few years, there's going to be more and more systems where people will be interacting with AI systems using the voice, not typing away on the keyboards. Life will become easier based on using normal communication methods. There's no need to use a keyboard these days. You can talk to an AI system much more easily, and that's only going to improve, just like it did in Star Trek. Computers now can already hear what we say, they can see what we see, they can feel what we feel. Robotics. I don't know if there's a smell bot available yet, but there probably will be. But they can do a lot more than they could even a few years ago. And all of these things are there to make life easier for us as individuals. So ultimately, I think the future of AI will be based on what we need them to do. And it boils down to, again, what our problems are.
Yeah, thank you. So everyone, it's a great subject, and myself as well, wondering a lot of times where we're gonna be going with this. And a lot of great minds in the world, and they're gonna be developing amazing products, better AI. But as Vivek has said as well, rightly, it's all gonna be based on what we need, and should be based on what we need. So the way we interacting with AI. And also as they're learning about us as well and from us. But again, I just can go back to what I already said. It's about collaboration between us and let them learn from us, so they're gonna become better and take over all those things which we shouldn't be dealing with. My take on this, we as humans should be focusing on two things. One is our creativity. I don't think AI in a way creative as we are humans. So we're always coming up with great ideas, and AI help us to execute the idea. The second thing is AI can help us to become
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate your presentations. My question is this. How can AI enhance or support a business startup? Like, is there any AI solution, simple AI solution in the market right now that a typical business startup can turn to help build a business?
Steve. Okay, apologies, Chris.
Have you used ChatGPT before? Yeah, use ChatGPT to start with. I run a business, this is what I do. Have you got a business plan, Emmanuel? Yeah, so get it to go through business plan and rationalize your thoughts. I would say start there. And when you get to a point as a startup where you need to start doing more and expand without recruiting people, then you'd look at solutions like these guys have got to actually automate that for you. But I would start with an openly available tool that you can register on for free and ask it questions, personally.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. And also, Chris is great, stand just behind you as well. He can help, and all the other guys can help as well, I'm sure. We also do a full free business transformation report for everybody during the expo. So that's going to be helping you, for example, if you're a startup, where you are, what's your niche, what's your industry, what's your sector, who are the competitors and what they do, where do they beating you at the moment, and what kind of gaps you can exploit. AI is perfect for that. I mean, they can go through hundreds and thousands of data sets, and we can't do as humans. They can do it for us. Okay. Anyone else you wanna? Yeah.
Sorry, Al, just another method to help a startup. I don't know if you've used Notebook LM by Google. Fantastic tool. It's been available to anyone for the last year. Notebook LM, just do a search on Google. It allows you to feed in up to 50 sources of information, audio, YouTube links, text, Google Docs, and it will analyze the documentation, create mind maps for you, help you analyze the data very quickly, very effectively, and it'll help you produce output in any format that you need. You might want to write a blog based on a number of PDFs you might have. You might want it to create an email template for you. You can do that easily within 5 minutes using Notebook LM. I've used it for over a year now, and I wouldn't use anything else for simple tasks where you need time saving. It will help you without any problem at all. As with any LLM, don't feed it confidential personal information, because there's a risk it'll end up being used for training future Google systems, but it works very well. So try it, see what you think, and make use of it.
Thank you, Vivek. Steve, you want to say something?
So, yeah, just to agree. Yeah, we've used it numerous times for that kind of thing.
Mariam?
Yeah, just a little, because you mentioned already everything. Yeah, so the first point in any startup, what you need to do is understand what's actually your goal you need to do. Yeah, so the strategy, yes, and as my colleagues mentioned, ChatGPT, Grok, any kind of these things can help to build your strategy, because it will, as mentioned, it will actually show you the questions on what you need to find the answer. And from there are a lot of companies like we, for example, yes, who are providing precise solutions for different parts of your business. So start from strategy.
Thank you, everybody. Yeah, as Mariam has said as well, strategy is so critical. And in order to have a strategy, you need an audit on you, on your competitors, on your market, and all the rest. And AI is perfect for that. Any of the guys can do it, I'm sure, if you reach out to them. Any other question from anyone? From this dear audience? Okay. I'm not sure if you... Can you come forward, please? What's your name? Sorry.
Roma. Just following on that question, is it beneficial using AI employees like these services like Sinatra? Do you think they're a better route to go than like Chat GPT or?
Yeah, they can be. You know, there's and again, Peter's company has what I don't know what the name the lady.
Sorry.
Your AI. What's the name of your AI?
Rachel.
She's an AI that would work like a member of staff. She'd answer the phone for you. You know, it's really quite incredible. So you can use those. I think it's good if you're scaling and you say, okay, so I don't know if I need another member of staff to do this function or a member of staff to do this function. Is there an AI tool that I can use in an agentic fashion? So agentic AI, which is a goal-based AI. So I need to specifically do this. Is there something that I can use as a tool? Yeah, it's a great option, definitely. And the way it works at the moment, where you can teach it everything about your business, there's certain functions, they're brilliant. So marketeers, things like that, great. But you just need to be careful not to lose that human authenticity. So focus on the back-end tasks. And just a quick story, if I may. Again, driving first time, my dad gave me an AA map. So I knew where I was when I was going somewhere, right? I used the map to get there. I knew where I was if I got lost because I had the map. When I started using GPS, I am really sounding old here. When I started using GPS, I actually got to the destination really well. And it would take me a better route, but I didn't know really where I was. If I got lost, I was stuck. I didn't have to go back to it. Let's not do that with AI. If AI does something for you and you're not sure about the back end or how to use it, you're going to get in that same situation. So yeah, great. You could use it for upskilling as virtual staff, definitely. Great system for that. But don't lose track of how to actually do something yourself. I think that's really important.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Anybody have an answer?
Yeah, there's lots of different possible agent tools that could be used. I read recently a fish and chip shop somewhere started using a voice bot. They didn't want to spend money on a member of staff answering every call and cooking the fish and chips as well. So they ended up installing a voice bot. So that was taking all the orders and allowing the staff to get on with the work that they needed to do. So these things do exist, but ultimately, as I always say, what is the actual problem? Is there a need for an agent to be involved, or could it be done a different way, potentially not using AI at all, or using something without AI and looking at automation? So look at the problem, analyze it, look at where the issues are, and work from there.
Anybody else has any question?
Thank you once more. I just want to bring this thing home to us in a way by just asking a kind of practical question. Chris, picture this. I want to start a business analytics company that would help coffee making shops in North London to generate, let's say, £1 million. Okay, so when I approach my clients, I promise them that I'll help them to generate £1 million. How can I use their own personal data and AI to enhance my ability to achieve that goal?
I think, again, use a tool that does that, put the right prompt into it, put as much information in as you can. I wouldn't be promising anyone £1 million unless you've got some form of guarantee, and I'd have an AI policy. But what I will do for you, Emmanuel, is our stands there. For anyone here that wants a free slide, it's just a slide with how to prompt an AI to get the best results out of it. Just go and ask one of the team, and they'll email it across to you. Because if you think you've got LLM, if you think of a large language model as a person that knows everything about everything, so maybe just a little bit more than me, and and if you ask it the right way, you'll get a better answer. So if you just said to it, I've told this customer I'm going to make him £1 million, it'll be like, okay, great, and it'll probably come and try and give you an answer. But if you said, this is the business, this is what I'm offering, this is what I'm trying to achieve, this is how I want to achieve it, and you prompt it in the right way, you'll get a much better result out. So I can't give the exact answer, but if you use the tool in the right way, you'll get much more valuable return on that to use it to achieve what you're trying to achieve. Does that make sense?
Is anybody else want to answer this question?
So I would say that thing, yeah. So I agree 100% that you need to put in every system, if you wanted the system to really give you valuable things, get valuable insights, you need to put as much information as it is possible. That's the first point. Second, if we're talking particularly about this place, yes, it's about, again, like building the scenarios. For example, it's about building the scenarios, and while I would say that AI, I would say like ChatGPT, more or less can help you, not I would say detailed, but not it can provide you not really very detailed, but at least understanding how you can do that and build for you different scenarios. But for that, of course, you need to put as much information as possible, but useful information at the same point in order to get the right answers. That's it. Yeah.
What I'd also say is, don't think of it as a single process. Do what the AI says, take its word for it and try it. How much money are you going to make? £50, feed that information back into the LLM, into the AI, tell it what happened and see what it does next time. It's not a single process. Things change over time. So if it knows what's happened as a result of what it's told you, it might make an improvement the second time, and it'll learn from what you've told it. And that's how they work. They look for patterns in information, and they learn from patterns of change. If it knows you've made 500,000 based on what it's told you, it'll give you different advice to what it would had it only made £50. So feed the information back, look at what it tells you following that, and it should help you over a period of time.
Amazing. Thank you, everyone. Yes, all I can say as well, test multiple models, test the prompting. Prompting is very important for AI. System prompt, user prompt, and also the context is critical. So exactly what you want, you need to give to the agent or the AI to give you the answer back, to the right answer back. And you can test it multiple times, even the same model, or you can test multiple models as well and do a comparison of all the different answers and do some analysis of, okay, what approach is the best? Because you want new customers, you're gonna need a good lead generation strategy, because you wanna tell to your customers, you need to know who is your customer first. You need to know what niche they are in, what they pay points they have. And then based on the niche, the pay points, you're gonna need to develop with help of AI or with yourself a right message and the right channel to deliver your message. That's the only way it exists today, which I can imagine we generate leads and sales to our business. I hope it helps, but you can see out Chris, Steve, Mariam, or even us as well at Syrvi, and we can help you and do a free strategy as well. So anyone else has any question in this dear audience? Nobody? We all know everybody, right? At least we like to know, myself especially. But I'm always wrong. So, guys, any other things which we maybe discussed? I'm just conscious of time. I think we have only 5 minutes left. So if there's no question, all I'm want to thank you for everybody. Thank you for Chris, Mariam, Steve, Vivek as well. And most importantly to you who turned up. And if you have any question, please seek out any of us. We have in the stand. I think you can, Vivek, you can say